So we've been discussing the media big five, which is a term I guess I've been using, and others have kind of used a similar term to describe the people who are in control of the media across the board. And now I've done a lot of videos about this, so please check it out. But in this video, I'm going to be talking about one of the members of this big five, which is at&t, which is interesting for me because the last time I checked, I was born in the United States. I have mentioned this in a previous video. And the last time I knew about AT&T, they were basically like a network, like a phone network thing. I don't know how they graduated to wherever they did. But when you find out who they own, it's going to be very interesting to discuss the different companies under AT&T and how they are monopolizing, without being in trouble with the monopoly laws, coincidentally, the market. And they're going to kind of show us this little pattern that is forming from the big five and the types of businesses that they try to have. Now, AT&T, I guess I'll start off by mentioning the fact that they run Warner Brothers. So AT&T, Warner Brothers, never thought I'd be saying those in the same sentences, but they did buy the Warner Brothers. And so a lot of the movies we've seen, the Warner Brothers movie, are we already seeing like how even just not from the media perspective of the news, these people are also all in control of even the TV we're watching. They're the ones who own CNN again. So they've got their own news, they've got their own TV, or rather movie, Cartoon Network. Now, this was a little bit different from Rupert Murdoch, who I mentioned before, although for all I know, he probably does have a children's TV station that he owns as well. But now we're seeing that they also own a children's TV station, or network rather. And so again, it's just them spreading their fingers into many more different pies, but everything that's being spread is coming from the same source. And this is the point of why I'm breaking this down. And sorry, I'm looking down, I'm just looking at my notes. Interestingly, AT&T owns Time Warner and Time Warner Cable. And the reason why I'm mentioning this is because I mentioned in the video where I was talking about News Corp that Rupert Murdoch owns, I was talking about the fact that Time Warner and Time Warner Cable are both listed on the world's biggest media companies as far as Forbes is concerned. But it's interesting that they're mentioned separately, and it's interesting that it's not mentioned as AT&T. And so again, it just goes to show you the sheer domination in the market and how much we just don't really know who's really doing what and who's really running what at the end of the day, because it's owned by AT&T. They also own CNN. AT&T also owns DC. They also own HBO, TNT, Adult Swim. They own part of Hulu, which they actually own part of it with other members who I may also discuss as well. Turner Classic Musics, Time Magazine, Rocksteady Games, so we're moving into gaming as well. So you see how in all these areas of your life, and again, I talked about this in my previous video with Rupert Murdoch, and I'll do it again. You wake up in the morning. Oh, in the morning you've decided to watch the news on what? CNN, probably using what? Time Warner Cable. Okay, fantastic. Let's say you're on your way to work now, and on your way to work you pick up Time Magazine. And you're listening to Time Magazine, you're reading Time Magazine as you're on the train, let's say, or whatever, to get to work. Get to work now, and on your break you decide you want to watch an episode of your series on Hulu. And so you watch an episode of your series on Hulu, then you leave work, maybe you want to, and when you leave work, you decide you want to go home, you want to watch something yourself, but you also want to make sure your children can watch something. So you decide to go and watch DC, which is also owned, by the way, DC Universe by AT&T, I believe. That's what they meant when they said DC. And then your child can watch Cartoon Network. And once again, you see how very quickly, and this is just a few examples of how very quickly they can control all the areas of your life. Just one company can control everything that you're listening to and you're watching. And it gets worse because other ones of these guys own record labels and things like that. So you guys can see how I'm painting this picture that these people are in every area. They're trying to, any single sense that you have, like when I say sense, I mean like sight, your sight, audio, taste, touch, smell, I guess. Sight. Anyway, you guys get my drift. I'm not going to spend ages counting back on whatever. You get where I'm coming from. But they are controlling a lot of the things that you're taking and a lot of the things that you're consuming. And because they're controlling it in multiple different ways, it's actually difficult for you to try and say, oh, well, but I'm going to think for myself, because you're not really going to think for yourself. You're going to be thinking about what you heard on the news and then what you read in the magazine and then what you watched on TV and then all of that stuff. And then you might even watch what your child's watching. See what I mean? So yeah, that's just another example. I'm going to keep giving these examples because, like I said, I think it's important for us to break out of this idea that these guys really have our backs, because they don't. They dominate the market. They're hitting us at many different levels and therefore controlling what we think at many different levels. And then we're just the ones who are there just like running along with it whilst being basically brainwashed. So that's just what I think. You guys let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe. If you are feeling the vibe, I would love to have you guys on here, and obviously like and check out my other videos, because I think it's important for us to really understand the media. And that's why I've been doing all this research, guys. I've really done loads of research, and I'm going to do even more. I'm researching a lot of things for YouTube at the moment, I can't even lie. But I'm enjoying it because it's important and it's things that we need to talk about. And I'm happy to do the work and share with you guys and talk with you guys. And I love to hear, you know, what you guys have to say, and also the information you guys find as well. So thank you for watching my video. God bless you all, and I'll see you in my next one.